You're listening to the smooth sounds of the podcasting dead.
That is an excellent intro into this podcast.
I like it too.
Alrighty. Matt's awesome little intro there. I've got to say before we start, Christian, our contest winner, we just received our letter from Daryl Dixon.
Is that Samburbia Pictures' name?
Yes, it is.
Christian? We finally have a name.
We have a name, Christian.
Oh, man.
That's a strong name.
Good to know.
It's good. Yeah. It says, hey, I'll be dependable in the zombie apocalypse.
Le Christian. That's French for the Christian.
La Christian would be Spanish, right?
That would be Spanish. Well, would it be a female? Because La is the
it's a
female,
boy, I
the
think.
masculine, feminine. And then so it'd be El Christian if it's a boy.
El Christian. Okay. Yeah, like El Chapo.
A little bit. Like El Chapo.
El Christian.
Exactly.
There you go. All right, right on.
So
We've got a very strong. And when the zombie apocalypse happens, we're going to lead a group of people. So just so the listeners
Thanks for following
know,
us, so you'll know you'll survive.
Justin, you are our Charlie Manson.
Oh, Lord.
And we're your first devotees.
You are our Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yep.
Okay.
Must feel good. Must be a good feeling.
We got more of those. You're our. Who's the guy from Waco, Texas? You're David Koresh.
Waco. Wait.
Waco, Texas. The cult in Waco, Texas.
So we get matching Nikes, right?
The Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
The
Did we get matching Nikes?
I'm pretty sure they had matching tracksuits.
Yeah, David Koresh, Heaven's Gate. Was that what it was?
Yeah.
I was really young when that was on the news.
I remember
watching it and being like, "What is happening?"
They all drank cyanide, like the biggest mass suicide.
There's certain things I remember I remember when Phil Hartman died. Like I remember I came home and there was like a standoff on the news. My mom said that the guy from Saturday Night Live. And I was like, what?
Yep.
So there's a lot of crazy things. I remember 9/11. I remember that.
I do remember.
I mean, never forget, but I do remember.
I had just gotten back from King's Dominion.
Oh wow, you were out that day?
That Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, it was on. I think it was on a Monday.
Yeah, I was that one of the weekend. I was at King's Dominion, so I had gotten back like Sunday night, and then that happened Monday morning.
The principal came on the intercom. He's like, "Hey, watch this on TV," and we got to watch TV. We're like, "What do we get to?" Oh, we got to watch
the whole
He's
time.
Like, that's not our idea of good television watching.
It was compelling, though. You got to admit that.
It did seem real.
It was pretty bad news, but.
And what's the whole thing about jet fuel and steel girders?
All right, hold on. We're getting way too.
We're getting on something else. I'm sorry.
Podcasting day.
Christian,
and Matt's,
we're talking about
Matt's got somewhere to be tonight. So
that's awesome how we just started talking about that.
All right.
Oh man, sorry.
But we finally, Daryl Dixon mailed us his letter to give to you, and it's pretty. The word's been used already, but it's pretty compelling. I would say. Yeah. So we'll have your package mailed to you. I'm going to send it out tomorrow.
He has much neater handwriting than I thought he would.
He does.
Oh, beautiful penmanship.
Well, a lot of folks theorize that Daryl could be gay or a virgin. So he could be.
We talked about that
gay,
before.
He could be a little more,
I'd see him be more of a
stereotype,
virgin,
but a lot of gay guys, they have really good handwriting. I mean, they're very
really great interior decorators.
Cultured, yeah. So that could be.
Yeah, I could see him being gay as opposed to a virgin.
Sense. I don't know. The Daryl doesn't have a good fashion sense. And from what I've learned on TV,
you don't like his grungy look?
I don't think he's going for it on purpose. I feel like if he were a gay man, he'd be doing it on purpose. And just look at his nails. That's what I've been told. Look at his nails. And if he's really well manicured, even in the zombie apocalypse, then there's a chance that he's probably gay.
You can't hate on his hair, though. His hair's fantastic.
Oh, well, that's very true. I wish I had that kind of hair.
Same
well, I noticed something, too. Walking Dead, and other than the Colonel in Falling Skies, I don't know if y'all have ever watched that.
I've heard of it.
But you notice something in shows like that, in the Walking Dead world and beyond, is most of your main characters don't wear hats. You ever notice that?
Huh.
They never wear hats. I mean, I know that like Clementine on the Walking Dead game, she has a hat, and there are special cases. But on average, have you ever like Lost and which Lost?
You talking just like main characters?
Yeah, like your main. Like we had the guy wearing the hat. Rosita was wearing a hat, but like I'm wearing a hat now because I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
You just don't notice that.
Yeah, think about
it's like
Dale
they have
was
to
really
have
the only big hat wearer.
They have to have like a defined hairstyle.
There's an actor. His name is Mike O'Malley. He was on Yes Dear. He's like the lazy brother on Yes Dear. Mm-hmm. He was the ref on Guts, Nickelodeon Guts. He always wears a hat and everything he does. He was on Glee.
Oh yeah.
He was Kirk's dad on Glee. He wears his hat, but I think he's covering like baldness or something like that. I don't know. He's like Kenny Chesney. He wears a hat, but it's not a fashion.
Once he takes
Kenny
it off,
Chesney's bald. What?
Oh yeah, man. Like, he's been bald for probably about 20 years now.
Yeah.
That's the reason he wears it. All the ladies are like, oh, he's sexy, and then he takes the cowboy hat, and they're like, put it back on.
You just crushed all of my fantasies.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Jeez.
I mean, that's what I'm here for, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's what I have to do.
I just imagine golden
Not what I
locks
wanna
under
do.
that cowboy hat.
But all right, so we're just kind of gearing up because Walking Dead comes back on not this weekend, but next weekend. And
so we got the Super Bowl, and then we got The Walking Dead.
I'm excited for the Super Bowl too. All right, either one of y'all. Before we go, we're gonna stick to The Walking Dead. I promise. But who are y'all? Just
Panthers all the way, Brett. I'm not a bandwagon fan either. I've been a Panthers fan for as long as they've been a team. So I'm really excited.
I am going for the Broncos, but for different reasons that are too long to discuss on the podcast. Right. Well, but I'm going for the Broncos, but I would not mind seeing the Panthers win their first ever Super Bowl.
Right, and the last time they were in the Super Bowl, Janet Jackson showed her titty, so I'm really hoping something happens.
Somebody else will show her booby.
Somebody's going to show their titty.
Who's in the halftime?
Oh, it's not.
Oh, wow, I hadn't even thought about it. It's been so much hype about the teams. I haven't even thought about it.
It's probably like The Weeknd or something. I don't know. It's is it? I'm going to find out before the end of the podcast. We'll find out. But yeah, 2 more weeks in The Walking Dead. That'll be a really nice Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It is Valentine's weekend, right? That's when it's coming back on.
Yeah.
Vegan, we're going to get to see. No, it's going to be the end of the season.
I don't know. The way they're talking and they filmed, I wouldn't be surprised if he showed up a lot earlier than we're thinking. I hope that they don't do that. And that was kind of what we were going to go for this next podcast or two, is just things we want to see. And yes. I would like them not to be cliche and you expect them to bring in Negan at the very end of the season to leave you hanging.
Yeah.
Bring him in first episode.
Yeah, why
not? But I will say I saw on the Walking Dead's official Facebook page, it was in the editing room, where they produce it, and it showed a picture of the intro or something. It was the only time you're going to be able to relax during the mid-season premiere. So they're pushing it like it's going to be an intense mid-season premiere.
I'm looking forward to it.
I think we can all agree some characters need to start dying.
Oh yeah, and they need to start picking up the pace on these. There's just too many lulls in the episode.
They need to take a page from Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is not.
You are really enjoying it.
I can't wait till we start doing that podcast, man.
I'm really excited for you that you found.
Oh, it's like finding Jesus in a different. If Jesus was a bloody sword. Are
you talking about Walking Dead Jesus, or are you talking about the Savior Jesus? Which one?
Walking
Jesus
Dead
of Nazareth
Jesus.
Or Jesus?
No, not
Detroit
Walking Dead. Jesus of Nazareth.
Okay, there we go.
Finding Jesus in the Walking Dead world was
if you think about it, Jesus is the original zombie.
Right? He did come back from the dead.
So I mean,
he was the exception to the rule because he took him 3 days.
By the way, real quick segue. Sorry, Coldplay, Beyonce, and Bruno Mars. That's what the Super Bowl.
Beyonce's already been in, and that was in the last
apparently
couple of years.
It's apparently a halftime show of the recent greats, because it's the Super Bowl 50, so they've run out of ideas.
Where's Paul McCartney? I really like this.
You didn't like this? No, I did. I'm just saying Paul McCartney doesn't like to do things at all. He's just I feel like he's at that point of his life where he's I'd just rather stay here at home.
With Kanye and Rihanna, all he did, the most talented one in that group, and all he did was stand there and play very simple guitar chords.
I know one person that'll be very upset to hear you say that Paul McCartney was the most talented of that group.
Kanye.
I didn't say it. I said somebody.
Kanye will be very disappointed to find out.
Let's not make an enemy of Kanye, for goodness sake.
I will. I cannot stand him. No. I hate Kanye.
I'm not a fan of him, but I'm agreeing with JP. I don't want to make an enemy.
We don't need that kind of trouble.
Apparently, if you make a comment about butt play, he will back off completely.
Oh no, he made a comment about it. Apparently, he said
he wasn't into butt play, but he went back and deleted all of his old tweets and then issued some type of apology. So apparently, once you say you've stuck a few fingers in his butt, he changes his tune.
So how do you think Kanye would do on The Walking Dead? As a person?
I think Kanye would do terrible. I think that Kanye would be
but he would use
Governor Negan hybrid. Now, are we talking about Kanye West as Kanye West? Everybody knows who he is.
West. Everybody knows who he is.
So he has some followers.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but in the zombie apocalypse, I feel like he'd be the first person to somebody would be no, kill him. He's fine. He's expendable. He's just
I think that he would die because I'm sure he'd have his followers, but at the same time, let's admit Kanye is like that, and I might hurt some feelings. I'm sorry, Kanye has some good songs. I'm not gonna lie, some of them are listenable, kind of, but Kanye is like that friend that he's not as good as he thinks he is, but everybody tells him he is just because you don't want to hurt his feelings.
Or you don't tell him how not great he is.
Yeah.
There's just no point.
He's like a spoiled child. And then it's and his mom died, and I think after that everybody's been afraid to be like, dude, you're freaking
Kanye, if you ever hear this podcast, we want you to come on and defend yourself. We want you to come on, watch a couple. I know he watches. He's got to watch The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah. I said, he can produce some pretty good stuff, but I think that he thinks he's a lot better than he is. So that would not fly in the Walking Dead world. People like Rick would not put up with that because, I mean, if he can't design clothes, which he's not good at, or he can't make music, which he's okay at.
Lay it down.
You know, I like that Gold Digger song.
Gold Digger. That's why I said some of his songs were good. He's had some good. He even did a collaboration with 30 Seconds to Mars that was really good. I don't know if y'all listen to them.
That's Jared Leto's band.
Yeah. They're good. They're out there. I mean, but they're good.
That's Kanye.
But I don't think Kanye would last long because I think that in this new world, people would just stop being so politically correct and scared to hurt his feelings. And the second he ran his mouth at someone the way he does, they just put a bullet in his head.
Or at least put the gun up to his forehead and be like, are we going to have a problem?
Before I get off of Kanye, I will say that I did see a TMZ thing where they asked him and like the guy was he was like, I'm not talking about that. And then afterwards, the guy said, thank you, Kanye. And he turned around and asked for his name. And Kanye was actually really nice to him. He's like, I didn't mean to disrespect you as a person. Blah, 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 blah. I just don't want to talk about it. Have a good one. Good luck to you and your family. Something like that. He's just
So people feel that strongly about butt play where he had to publicly apologize?
Well, I guess, man. I think that's what's going on. He could have easily just been like, I tried it once. I didn't really care for it, but, whatever. But no, it was just we're still in a world where it's big, man. It's still I don't know.
So he's talking about he doesn't get his butthole fingered? That's what he's saying? Or he doesn't like the finger butthole?
Go online and just look up, I don't want to tell you to look up Kanye West butt play. Look up Kanye West Twitter butt finger. I don't know.
All right, but okay. Now, what would you guys like to see in this mid-season finale?
Oh yeah, Walking Dead.
It's like, oh wait.
I'm glad you're here to corral us.
A little butt play would be okay.
A little bit. I guarantee Rick's already getting some butt play from Jesse.
You think so?
Oh yeah, she looks like if she's as dirty of a person as she was played as she was that maid, she's probably down.
An American Horror Story, there would definitely be butt play. Yeah, she just was like.
He'd probably be like, she probably has that French maid outfit.
No, I'm sure somewhere stashed up. Tara, I saw on The Walking Dead recently had a kid.
Oh,
her like Sasha. Sasha was pregnant one season. You can always tell. Like I could tell in like How I Met Your Mother with Allison Hannigan. Is where I first saw that. Like they always have something in front of the stomach, or they're wearing like baggier jackets or something. Like when Sasha was pregnant, she had that like big army jacket. Yeah. And Tara, you could tell they were kind of like, she was pregnant. But I think so congratulations to her. I doubt she'll hear this, but if you're a Tara fan,
you never know.
In real life, she just had a baby.
That way.
My girlfriend spent the weekend following celebrities on Instagram, and she's got all of like the Walking Dead people followed. And so she saw that on there.
Just send him a tweet every once in a while. Hey, my boyfriend's got a really cool podcast.
Right? Caitlin, get on that.
I hope Sasha has some big stuff coming up, though.
Big stuff, as in like
they do need to give her a little bit more.
She's going to get eaten. I wouldn't.
No.
Have you seen? Oh, now see, being that you guys don't do Facebook, I'm just wondering now. Matt, maybe because I know Matt always is like scouring the internet for toy spoilers and stuff. I don't know what your internet life is like.
I like Snapchat now. I've been doing a lot of Snapchat.
That's getting really big.
I need to add you on there just because I can't imagine the stuff that you send out.
It's a lot of cat pictures, a lot of kitty cat pictures.
But they said that they showed an extended scene. Did y'all see that? The extended scene from the end of?
No,
I saw that where Negan's guy stops him in the road and he's like, usually I introduce myself by offing somebody.
Right,
and
like
then
Abraham tells Sasha to what does he say? He tells her to like shut up or something, and she's like, no, I'm talking to the man, and then he like pulls his gun or something and is like, no, you're not.
I didn't see all that.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
because Abraham, I don't know if he tells her to shut up, but he steps up and he says something to Sasha, and she's like, I'm talking to the man, and then the guy leading the group is like, no, you're not. And then it cuts off. I mean, like one of those three is going to die. They've got to. One of those three.
I want it to be Abraham.
I want it to be Daryl.
I mean, I don't want
Daryl to die, but I want that impact.
I don't want any of them to die.
That would be a hell of an impact.
I want that impact. I want, like killing off Abraham or Sasha would be like your obvious choices. Not a main cast member. Because of Daryl being there, they haven't really had. Well, Abraham hasn't had his time to shine like he had in the comics.
That's true.
So obviously you're going to kill off. It's like the Beth death. I mean, you knew the Beth death.
Yeah.
You knew that was going to happen going into that mid-season finale. It was good. It was heartbreaking, but you knew it was going to happen, and really it sucked.
I didn't. It surprised the hell out of me. Yeah.
Oh, man, I called that like weeks. I was like, the whole hospital thing, Beth's going to die.
That surprised her, because I was like, the whole purpose was them getting her out of there.
Yeah.
And then it was more of a retro.
She was another kind of side character. Like they had tried, like kind of brought her into the into the fold, but she still wasn't really like a Rick or Daryl or like a Carl or a Maggie or a Glenn. She was just one of those kind of side / main characters. You can kill off for a little bit of emotion.
Right. Yeah.
They don't stick with you, and then they killed Tyrese the episode afterwards in the midseason premiere, which was just terrible.
But a wonderful episode, terrible feeling.
One of my absolute.
Episode.
That's probably in my top 5, if not like my top 3. It's a great episode, just in the way it was filmed and the idea that went into bringing it back. It was great. I could have a podcast about that episode, but I want it to be Daryl. I just want that impact. I'm sure the listeners that are like very religious listener, like listen every podcast, will probably go, y'all said y'all said this, and then Glenn dies, and Matt and Justin didn't want him to actually be dead. Okay, but if Daryl dies, I'm not going to whine and be like, please be
right. It's like I don't want Glenn to die, but the impact that would have on the show,
it just would suck. He's like the cool, considering they're all like like late 30s, early 40s age range, and Glenn's like, I think they wanted him to be like in his late 20s. Realistically, I think he's like early 30s.
I would imagine probably early 30s.
But he's like everybody's cool little brother. He's like that little brother you're watching grow up.
That's the way that he presents himself, I feel like.
You kill him off.
He does that character.
I just feel like it's got to be Daryl. I feel like it might be. Let's say let's imagine this scenarios.
Paint a picture.
All right. Let's say that what they do is they take them back. Like they order them to take them back to take us back to your place or whatever. Okay. So they go to Alexandria, and he does something like telling Rick, I don't know, your people killed my people, so now because they did shoot, those people chasing them. So they did kill some of Negan's men, and say, so now I'm going to have to take one of them. Which one is it going to be? And, maybe Rick won't decide, but he goes to each one, and maybe he sees something in Rick that shows that when it gets to Daryl, Rick is tenser, and he goes, oh, okay. And then he kills Daryl because he sees that that's one of, like Rick's. Right. And then I'm like, can you imagine how tense that would be? He's going person to person, and then as the bat gets to Daryl, he kind of sees Rick step up, and he's like, thank you.
And you showed us that last week.
What's that?
The video of Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
Like the camera.
He's smashing.
There's a bootleg. Somebody recorded it with a camera on set. That's really cool.
That just
so that's happening. Somebody's going to get killed.
With a show like this, it's like I want tense. Like I want to be like I was with Herschel. When Herschel was, him and Michonne were outside with the governor. I wasn't breathing much that entire scene. You're just sitting at the edge of the seat with like your hands on your knees, and you're like, legs are shaking. You're like, come on. And then when they do it, you're just left like you just lost a friend. That's what I want. If you kill Abraham or Sasha, Sasha's been, I think Sasha people would probably say has more of a emotional connection. Yeah. But I just feel like that'd be the obvious.
I think that'll totally push Sasha over the edge, though, because she's kind of like a Black Widow at this point, Like her brother dies, Bob dies, and now she's making this connection with Abraham.
But see, she's already been I think as writers, she's already been to the deep end and came back. So I don't think that they're going to throw her right back into the deep end. Because,
but what if they did? Like she's come so far, and then Abraham dies, and she just slips right back into it.
Maybe.
And then like she becomes one of Negan's like wives, and she's like, if I'm getting close to him, by this curse I've got, he's going to be the next to die.
Let's just hope she's not like the worst character in the show's history.
I was in my head, I was literally just thinking, so you're trying to say she's like Andrea but better.
To where she'll have every opportunity to end this bloodshed and stop everything. Andrea could have stabbed the governor, walked out, everything's good, war's ended. So hopefully, I believe Sasha would kill him. I don't think Sasha would hesitate. But I feel like it's going to be Daryl, and I'm probably wrong because they don't really kill off the key characters I feel like they have like their main circle, their A's, we'll say, that they won't touch. Then you have your B's who are like Sasha. They're important in main characters. You've gotten to know them. They follow the group, but they haven't really given them the A status. So when they, then you got your C's, which are like Spencer, like who they are more.
So it's
than
like different shifts at a strip club.
Yeah, right.
You got your A squad.
You got your like prime time.
Right. Yeah.
And I feel like the A's are they refuse to touch them now, and it's been too long. They need to take out a main character.
Okay, that would shake it up.
And Maggie's in a lot coming up. I feel like it would be awful.
She has been branching out to a lot of.
She's had a lot of free time to be in the Batman versus Superman universe.
She's in there.
Something I was reading something. I'll find that and send it to you. It's something. Okay, yeah. She's going to have some kind of role in that.
I wonder if she'd be like Barbara Gordon or something.
Oh, that'd be cool. Well, Commissioner Gordon has a daughter, right?
Yeah, Barbara Gordon. Batgirl. She's. Oh no. They say that Jenna Malone is playing Barbara Gordon.
Oh.
But she's in a wheelchair, and there's like a Killing Joke reference. Apparently some kid got to see it already because they sent out screeners or something for people to, give fan feedback and stuff. and they said it was good.
Oh, well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited for it.
Superman would do great in the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, without a doubt. Superman just would float.
Batman could get us what am I trying to think? A cure.
Oh, yeah.
I think Bruce Wayne would
You think he could
cure.
produce one?
Yeah.
I would want Batman Returns Batman in The Walking Dead, though.
The Dark Knight Returns, or
no,
you talking Michael
Returns.
Keaton?
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Okay.
Nice.
He would just straight up kill people. You guys remember?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he got to the end of the movie. He off that villain.
Well, I see. I feel like this Ben Affleck
Penguin?
Batman.
Yeah, killed the penguin.
This Ben Affleck Batman is going to be really dark.
Oh,
and gritty.
dude, yeah.
I really,
Agreed.
No, I think he's going to be.
I think he'd do good in The Walking Dead too.
Yeah, absolutely. But so I really feel like it might be Daryl. I might be wrong, and part of me hopes I'm wrong.
I'm sorry, I hope you are.
That's fine. But see, that would be the beauty of killing him off, because that's what you say when you say when he says, "I think he's going to kill Abraham." You're not over there going, I hope you don't do that. You're just kind of like, oh man. With Daryl, like, you are so attached to this character that you're like, please don't kill. I want that.
I don't think he's going to die in the premiere, though. I don't see him killing him that early.
No, somebody's going to die the last episode of the season.
Yeah,
somebody's going to die.
That'll probably be who Negan nails. Probably.
Yeah.
I think Maggie. I hope she doesn't, but gosh, I'm just scared that they're going to start off because remember, she's left up on that post. She's not really in a good spot right now either. There's so much I see on Facebook. I don't know if you guys have seen. They released this this graphic.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And it shows hints towards the Hilltop community and something else are going to be a part. Because Jesus is in this second half of the season. Mm-hmm. He's going to show up, and so it's going to be a lot. I hope we'll see Shiva.
Oh, yeah, Ezekiel's tiger.
Yeah, Ezekiel as well.
Oh, boy, the kingdom, yeah.
I'm hoping that maybe we'll see Gregory, So it's just I don't know. What would make you satisfied with the mid-season premiere? What do you want to see?
Some more action. Like, I don't want them to leave it. You know how we left off on a really tense moment?
Right.
I want them to pick up right from that moment.
Right. Like, I don't want them to
do
that. Yeah,
and then do a flashback or just talk about it. No, I want us to pick up exactly.
To start
exactly, and I want either Ron or
both.
Sam.
Let's have them
Sam.
both.
Yeah, I want somebody to die.
Both of them, I feel.
What I want to see, I think that Carl is going to die saving Ron and Jesse and that whole bunch.
No.
I think so. Is that
Carl's got to get his eye patch.
You think in the premiere?
I think, yeah. Well, maybe not in the premiere, but yeah, in the premiere.
What if? Wait. What if Ron is the one to go down in the swarm of zombies because he does have a gun? He's the most irresponsible with a gun, and he's the one that shoots Carl in the eye. I know Carl got it, but maybe he gave it back to him after, or something. Maybe Ron will be the one to go down in the crowd of zombies.
Yeah, maybe Ron get nervous and grab the gun from him and start firing on the zombies. They're like, stop! I mean,
and then he shoots Carl's eye.
They have to run out, and all the zombies start eating him, and they have to run. That'd be good.
The story writers need to hire us,
really,
to come in. I mean, between the Daryl thing now, Carl's eye. I mean, we could write some.
Greg Nicotero, who? Wait,
right.
No, seriously, Greg Nicotero, who?
Scott who?
Yeah.
I honestly don't know these names you're saying.
You don't?
Greg Nicotero is the director for a lot of the episodes.
He's doing some stuff.
They switch him around. I mean, some episodes this guy directs, but Greg, and he's also the head of their makeup. And then Scott Gimple has a lot to do with writing.
I've heard that name a lot.
Yeah, he has a lot to do with the writing process.
And who's the showrunner?
Gimple. I don't know. That might be Nicotero now.
Yeah, I mean, he really moved up. I remember in the first season, it was like Frank DuPont, or however you say his name, was the something like that. He was the director, and Nicotero was more just the makeups artist and the makeup artist. And now he's like that guy that started kind of like, and I might be wrong. He could have been high up there, but just the way outside looking in, like he started in makeup and just started in the company. Is one of the more people you don't hear of, and slowly worked his way up to directing episodes. And he's actually been a few of the zombies you see. He was a zombie that bit Andrea's little sister, the one that was eating the deer, I believe.
That's really cool.
And he's been a couple of zombies throughout the show, like ones that have pivotal roles, like maybe a specific way he wants them to bite someone or to go down, so he'll just do it himself.
And they film do they film in L.A. or do they film in Georgia?
No, they actually film a lot. The majority of it, I believe, is actually in Georgia. No, they film it in Georgia. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of filming been going on in Georgia.
Yep. You can't fake that humidity.
Nope.
Ooh.
And we have pretty much the same atmosphere here in Virginia. I mean, it's pretty much the exact same summers. So
just, yeah.
Well, I know that you've got to go in a few minutes, but
do it.
But so last minute or two. All right. So name one thing you want to see from the mid-season premiere. One crucial thing.
Jesse's boobs.
Yeah, dude, I had a different answer, but I like yours.
Yeah. Yours is way better than
Jesse's
mine.
boobs.
Yeah.
I wish that I saw Jesse's boobs.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Where can I find some boobies like that?
Dun, dun.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on that tonight. I want to see. I would like to see Carl lose his eye.
That's what I'm gonna.
That would be cool.
Well, I don't want to use the same thing, but I want to see a major character death on the premiere. I don't want them just pussyfoot in. I want it to like you said, start off tense. And I'm not talking Ron. I want Ron to go too, but I'm talking like Abraham, Sasha, Daryl. As somebody crucial to go.
So I'm calling it. Carl accidentally sees Jesse's boobs, and then he goes and brags about it to Ron, and Ron shoots him in the eye, and that attracts the zombies, and they eat Ron.
Okay.
And then Daryl goes to save him, but Daryl gets killed too.
By Negan's
That's got to be what happens.
There you go. So we can all be happy. And so America can be happy.
And just for the record, I don't want Daryl to die, but what I want is the impact. Like when you watch a show, you want it to feel like whole nother show, but I was just talking about like 6 Feet Under. If you ever watch that show, the very last episode, I won't say what happens, but you just like, you feel like, you know these people. It's just like one of them dies. You feel like you lost a brother or a cousin. I want to have that impact. I don't want it to be, oh, you killed off Spencer. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I want like someone important to die, and I just feel like because I like Daryl so much, his death would be the one you never see coming. You don't expect it, and then when it happens, you don't believe it for like the next few weeks.
It's weird asking for that, though, right? It's like asking me to kick you in the balls. You don't want me to do it.
But like everybody else would be like, yeah, okay, do it.
Yeah.
You want that rush.
You just want the reaction, Right. So I don't. For the record, I don't want Daryl to die. He's a great character.
And for the record, I do want to see Jesse's boobs.
We're going to work on that remix too.
Jesse's boobs.
But we thank you so much.
I hope people are driving in their car, like just kind of, and every time they hear that song, Jesse's Girl, they think Jesse's boobs. I see some boobies like that.
If you don't take us to work with you in the morning, you should listen to us on the way to work. We'd be delightful.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially
I'm going to get you chipper for work if you're in sales and you got to deal with stupid people all day.
Right.
To really get you happy. Smile. Remember, just smile and dial.
There you go.
Yep.
Well, guys, and everybody else listening, we really very much appreciate you. All of the time when you comment, I send it to them too. Whenever you guys comment telling us that it's like the best Walking Dead podcast.
Oh, and that makes my day.
We really do. That's really not something that we actually just look at and go, of course.
When it really makes our day.
Like we send it to each other. It just makes us so happy. So
and make sure you're subscribing, people. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, don't just listen. Subscribe.
Well, that's so we know.
Support us.
I wanted to say those who subscribe survive, but someone else's channel already uses that.
Oh, that's right. Dang it.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Those who subscribe will survive better.
Yeah, subscribe.
Longer.
Yeah,
Don't know who the guy is. Sure, he's got a great channel, but But yeah, so thank you so much for listening, and show your friends, share it on your Facebooks, help us.
Show your enemies.
The bigger we get, the more we can start doing more giveaways, and the more we can have different podcasts, and so help us get this thing out there.
Guest
share
stars.
it. Yes, absolutely. Awesome. So help us get it out there, and thank you so much for listening. I'm Justin.
I'm Matt.
And JP. Mwah.
Oh, that was beautiful.
This podcast would suck without you, JP.
Probably so. Yeah.
There wouldn't nearly be as many kisses.
Mm-hmm.